Yeah, you know, as you said, it's very rare that we get a few days off like that. You know, we had a big shift up down in Portugal, which was a great camp. And then, you know, we up on Thursday to play Saracens. I think showing some good glimpses there, some real positivity to carry through. And then, as I said, nice to get a few days just to relax before, obviously, the season kicks in.
So how have you found it, George, coming back?
It's nice to be home. Do you know what I mean? It's nice to be back in Wales. It's been good for me, I guess. It's a bit more on one page now, everything, which is good. It worked well in Northampton with them and Wales, but it's nice to be back now and all on one page and sort of focus on that.
Yeah. Do you feel this is going to give you the best chance to be in your best shape come the World Cup, if selected, obviously? But
yeah.
You know, your season now, as you said, will be a little bit easier to map out. And what are you taking out? I don't know, however many hours of journeys and whatever.
Yeah.
It must be, you must be thinking, oh, I can just concentrate fully on one thing.
Yeah, I think all the above. You know, I think it was well documented. You know, obviously my return and the reasons I came back, and you know, for me, I think it was time for a change to get the best out of me. You know, so obviously the rugby is slightly different, but physically to be taken care of there, a bit more rest. You know, this summer I had 8 weeks off, which by week 5, Becky said to me, when you getting out training again, which was fun. She just like shooed me out the door. But you know, I think mentally it was more, I needed it more than anything this summer, just because obviously it's been a long old slog since I started when I was like 18, to get the first proper break before, you know, starting training and then pre-season with a big focus, as you said, for what's coming.
We forget how young you are.
I'm 26 now.
It's incredible, you know.
26.
So I was just wondering whether we could see this maybe as a reset of your career. Is that too strong a word?
Yeah, probably. That's a bit strong, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think my last few years have been that bad.
No, but I'm just thinking about the next 10 years of your career.
I'll take 10 years if I could. No, I think for me, as I said, the reason was well documented. I think for me it was time for a change. I need to mix it up. You know, and I think certainly it will give me a chance to sort of refocus again, sort of get back to what I know I can be, with the help of obviously the Ospreys. Starting obviously next week now, or this week, sorry, it's Monday, isn't it? As well as obviously hopefully having the help of the union as well to push forward, and you know, the better I can prepare myself and play for the region with the Ospreys here, the better chances I've got a chance of putting my hand forward, going forward. Do
you have targets? Or is that not in your makeup?
No, I do have targets at the moment. They're very short term. I haven't had a real chance to reevaluate long term, just because it's been a bit of a whirlwind trip. Obviously having the time off. Decided to give myself a complete mental break from rugby. So anyone spoke to me about rugby, I would change the subject very quickly. And yeah, to come in here now, to meet a good bunch of boys with some strong people coming in as well as the coaching staff. You know, I think our focus is now we've got to start this first block of games, and we've got 2 home games against 2 really tough teams. We've got to just hit them running and make sure we can set our tone early at home as well.
Well, I guess something other than rugby, what, going out cycling with Gareth Thomas? And
yeah, he was lying as well. I gave him an absolute kicking.
Going up and down in those wheels on your bike? And,
yeah. There was one point where he was talking to me and he was texting while he was riding uphill, and I just thought he's taking the Michael here now, isn't he? But yeah, last time the thing is, he asked me out, so to go on the bike.
Right, yeah. He needs that. He needs
that. So
that reflected glory.
Say again? No, that was in Northampton again. Yeah, no, that was in Vale, yeah, with his father-in-law as well. So yeah, so I I hung back and helped Dave out, obviously, and yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, it's been nice. It's the first time, as I said, the break allowed me to properly switch off. You know, it's difficult when you've only got 3, maybe 4 weeks maximum to, the first week you're just sort of coming down off the high of the season. By week 2, then you've eaten quite a bit, you've drunk quite a bit, and then week 3, then you start thinking I've only got a week 10 days to get myself going again, ready for pre-season again. So it's been ideal really. I've been able to do prat around chasing yellow jerseys up hills and play on bikes. you know, see family, go to weddings. Went to 3 weddings this summer, which we've never been able to do. So it's been ideal, you know. Yeah, to come back ready for obviously now. As I said, a big block to start.
So the home is.
When's my wedding? You're not invited. Yeah, no, next summer now. Yeah, I'll call you, don't call me, right? Next summer, so we're all stressed for that now, which is all fun.
But the hunger's there now.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't.
No. I think for me it was. I guess, you know, I'm very fortunate to play rugby. I love rugby, you know, and I think sometimes when you're always on the go, you sort of lose your way and your understanding and you know why you play, and then to have the time away. You know, I was obviously last season with my good friend Rob, how he finished, and obviously he's now back in Australia, Rob Horn, and it makes you really reevaluate what you want to do and how you want to do it and how you want to, you know, play, knowing that any game could be your last, you know, and that time off in the summer sort of really gave me that chance, just to take a step back and, you know, refocus, as I said, reset, ready to go, and, you know, hopefully do something special with the Ospreys this season.
Well, there's so much more to come, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you think how busy this already we've been, you know, here, there, and everywhere pre-season, and what the season can hold, you know, it's very exciting.
George, why the Ospreys? In the end, why did you decide here was where you wanted to go?
A number of reasons. I think for me, if I start with a bit of history, I guess when I broke through when the Fantastic Four were playing for the Ospreys, you know, you had your likes of Philsey, Lee, Shane, and, you know, the boys like that. Hookie was here as well still, and, you know, as a young boy looking at that, it was something that I thought was amazing, you know, and for me to be part of something like that was huge. From a rugby point of view, I think if you look at the squad, the base of the squad is a great squad, and then the numbers and who we've signed and brought in alongside it was only going to ever strengthen that team, you know, and for me that excited me. And then the coaching staff, first and foremost, well, obviously is the main thing because he's the boss, you always have to mention him, you know. So it's a lot of people about Clarkey, the Steely Ulsterman they describe him as, and that is what you get. But, you know, you get someone that's very passionate about his work, very dedicated and wants the best from everyone, you know, and the likes of Jockey coming in as well, who I've worked with before. You know, Brad's here with Sean, sort of working together. It's really quite exciting what platform we can really push off.
Scott Williams as well, somebody you know you played with the Scouts in Wales, and coming here with, you know, somebody you know how to play outside as well.
Yeah, you know, I think you look at, from a backline point of view, you've got Scotty, Al, myself, Leslie's coming in as well, which is exciting to have another winger like that. You know, you got back three like young Tom Williams and the young boys coming through now. Who's people, these sort of boys, you know, they're coming through, they're hungry. It drives them, it drives me, it drives the whole squad, you know, to get the best really. So I think if you could sum that up in one sentence, that's kind of why I sort of picked the Ospreys, and the potential. Obviously, I know last season it is what it is, and we went through a similar thing in Northampton, but the glimpses towards the end of the season and what we've promised in pre-season, excuse me, is really exciting.
It's a few weeks since it's been announced, just, you know, what's the reaction some of his former teammates been?
I don't know, it's if you know Rob personally and how close I got with him over last season, and how we, you know, I still speak to him, you know, and I pester him most days, make sure he's alright and stuff, and I'm sure he's sick of me now really, but I think as a man, you'll get no better in the world. I don't think. He's very loyal. He was a warrior through and through, and, you know, to see someone struck down like that, playing some unbelievable rugby, is devastating. You know, to see it firsthand and experience it with him. Not obviously the full impact of it, but, you know, to try and be there and help him is, you know, it's sad. You know, and I think the support that the boys have shown him and the rugby community as a whole, you know, and I think the game that they're doing in Twickenham for him is amazing, and I think Rob is a very proud man, and I think even he said that he was really sort of taken aback by the support he's had with that, you know, and he's back in Australia now with his family, and, you know, so he should have that support around him. But I think he knows that, or I hope he knows that, you know, there's lots of people back here that still got his back, so to speak.
Final one from me. I mean, you've had the break, you've had 8 weeks. It's quite a big season, it's quite a big year, isn't it? Coming ahead for the next 12 months. The season ahead.
Oh yeah. I think, as I alluded to, the break was amazing. But really, yeah, it's a long old season, knowing what's to come. I think it's been great. I spoke to Clarkey at length, you know, at the start, kind of where I am, where I want to be, where he wants to get me, and how I can sort of help get the best of the region from myself and from a squad point of view. And whether it's games he wants to target or games he wants to rotate, then it's helping the boys that are playing and helping the boys that are not playing as well, you know, to try and generate that ethos from within and that momentum that we need.
Matt was talking about getting you on the ball as often as possible. Is there going to be a slight tactical shift in your game as a result of how they want to use you? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, no, extremely happy.
You've obviously had an input.
No, he just told me. as per usual, I just get told that, shouted at. But no, I think it's good. You know, I think you know, we have got some good ball carriers in the back line. Obviously, the more I can have an effect on the game, I think it's hopefully positive. But you know, saying that though, the amount of quality we have in the back line now is great. You know, and that variation is something that is certainly strong.